All right, everybody. Jay Weitzner, certified medical exercise specialist, muscle system care provider. Let me say that again, muscle system care provider. That one got stuck a little bit on the way out. So anyway, I want to talk to you about a client, give you guys a little explanation, a quick discussion of some of the things that happened with her, and again, to give you insight into this thing I'm doing, which I call muscle system care, right? I'm a muscle system care provider. So 48-year-old woman, she comes to me, knee problem, right? So bad knee problem, can't bend her knee. She had to quit exercising. She took off exercise for 3 weeks because everything was hurting her. And she also had bone spurs that were confirmed from a doctor, and so she had trouble walking because of the pain in her heel. So let's talk about this. I saw her twice so far, evaluation, and then 2 sessions. So after the first session, her knee felt great. It was awesome. She said she felt 0 pain in her knee, couldn't believe it. And that was a result of improving the quality of her muscle system in her spine and her knee. By quality, what I mean is we improved her muscles ability, her muscle system's ability to contract, to work, what it does, right? We've improved her body's ability to do that. Fine. I saw her about 10 days later. She said she felt perfect for 3 days, and then it slowly started coming back. She also returned back to exercise, so she worked out 4 days in a row. And at the end of that, it was kind of really bothering her again. So, okay, fine. Saw her today, and here's the outcome. This is interesting. So, one of the things that I look for is a loss of motion relative to what a person used to have. So I'm not comparing any one person to anyone else in the world. I'm not comparing you or anyone to any standard out there. I'm just comparing you to you, my client to my client. Whether it's her left side to her right side, whether it's what she did in the past to what she could do now, whether it's what she can do now after some challenge or some challenge or whatever, but it's a comparison from her to her. So here's what happened. She lost a lot of mobility in her knee. She could only bend it about, when she started, see if you guys can see this, about that much. See that? About that much. That's it today. Here's the thing. When I assessed her the quality of her muscle contraction system in her knee, it was phenomenal. Like, I tried to straighten her leg, I pulled up on it, I couldn't. Rock solid, super strong. Interesting. Lost all sort of motion, super strong in this position. And I'm telling you this again because I'm trying to get people to recognize that there's other stuff going on in systems when things don't feel good. And instead of people looking at trying to do something to the pain, there's another thing to look at. So again, here to continue on with the example. With this particular client, this is not with everyone. Everyone's different. Or maybe some people are similar, but it just happens to be coincidence. So with this client, she actually did have the ability for her lower leg, her knee, to turn inward. Her knee could turn inward. But when it turned inward, it had no strength. Or better to be more consistent with the words that I like to use, she had very low quality of muscle contraction. I asked her to kind of hold that position of it being turned in. She couldn't. She just had no ability. She had a low quality of contraction in her knee internal rotation system. So here's the scoop. Once we improved that aspect of her system, once we got her lower leg, her knee, once we improved the ability of her knee to maintain that position, so in other words, she turned her knee in, I tried to turn it out, and I couldn't. We got it to work really, really well. High quality, couldn't budge it. Then we went back to her knee bendingness, right? And her knee bending, boom, all the way. It's crazy. Her knee bent a ton. Now guess what? Now, when I assessed that, I took a sample of how well the quality of her knee flexing capabilities were. Nothing. She had nothing. So we were able to, her body improved range. It allowed her to bend her knee a whole bunch more, but now she had very poor quality of control in her knee in that position. So then we had to address that. By the time we got done improving that system, guess what happened? She did say that her knee still felt a little bit pressure inside, like swollen. She didn't say it was perfect. She didn't. She said it felt a lot better, and that's cool with me. We'll see how she feels next week. But here's something cool. Guess what she said she felt? 0 pain in her heel. She's had pain in her heel she's had cortisone shots in her heel, I don't know, she said for over a year because of these bone spurs. She felt 0 pain in her heel. At one point, she was standing talking to me, and she was she was standing on one leg, on the bad foot. She was standing on that, and actually had her other foot on top of her bad foot. So all of her weight was on her right foot, and she looked down, she couldn't believe it. She said she doesn't even know how to wrap her mind around the fact that she has no pain. So isn't it interesting? Because I certainly did not get rid of the spurs in her heel, right? That didn't happen. So what happened? It's just another example where structural things don't always mean pain. Something else was going on. Her body was interpreting that scenario in such a way that it was letting her know there's a lot of pain. So we'll see what happens. All right, this is almost 6 minutes long, so it's getting long. I probably lost like 90% of you. For those that remained, thanks for watching this. And just remember, for those that aren't feeling good, we gotta look at how you're moving, because you may not be moving so hot. And there's only one thing responsible for how you move, your muscle system. So we're just gonna kind of look at that system, check out its quality, see if there's any way we can improve the quality of the system, and see if you feel better. That's it. Thanks, guys. Enjoy your weekend. Bye.